another night where pucks to the net was a pain in the neck. The Rangers had 2 leads, 1 rally, but no points. They lose 6-3 in Colorado to the Avalanche. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show. John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, and Steve Alliquette inside our Delta MSG studios. This is a team, guys, that has lost exactly 1 game in regulation in their first 20. Only 4 teams in history have ever done that. So do you walk away from tonight thinking that was an opportunity lost because it was 3-3 in the third, or more frustration that you just didn't muster nearly enough at the other goal?
A little bit of a missed opportunity. You know, 3-3 game in the third. I didn't see it coming, to be honest, that it would be a 3-3 game because, let's be honest, Colorado was better in most aspects of this game, and we talked a lot about their team speed. Their top guys just brought their game to the next level, and we kind of knew that was going to happen. McKinnon, no points in the game before this one. So you know a top guy like that, when he doesn't have points, he wants to have a statement game.
Yeah.
It felt like he had one tonight.
Well, that's where I was looking for Igor to have an impact game, right? Because what an opportunity to do it. You're playing against the league's best offense. They lead in every category. This is almost a generational start that they're having that you have to, especially when you have a 1-0 lead, a 2-1 lead, and then a 3-3 game for Igor. Those are the money moments of the game. And I would expect, especially, this is his 17th start, guys. He's only had 1 great game. I thought this thing was on a platter for him to have one of those home run games where it's a marquee game, and then his season gets going and the team rallies. You need Igor to really step up at this point in the season and do something, because right now, he really hasn't had a season to remember.
Yeah, just 7 wins in 17 games so far this season for Igor Shesterkin. But it was there for him, and it was there for the Rangers midway through the third. And in the span of 20 seconds, the Rangers both tied the game and had it untied by the Avalanche.
Yeah, look, I think, again, the punchback the team had, a number of times they were getting outplayed badly, but found a way to regain leads. Like, this is a game you should be happy for in some aspects, but overall, you know, you leave the building down, 6-3. You don't feel great about it. But I think a power play goal here from your captain is a plus. And it's the second power play goal of the game from your captain. So, you know, going into this game, there was a lot of weight on his shoulders. This is a positive from this game to bring into Utah on Saturday. It's something to rally around to a certain degree, for sure.
Yeah, when you have a game like tonight where you get outchanced, outshot, outplayed at times, the takeaway for me, they didn't give in. You know, they were right there with 10 minutes to go, and so that's a good sign for this team. And also, like you said, with JT have a comeback game after, you know, he was pretty harsh on himself after the last one. So good for him to step up with 2 goals. But to beat the best team in the league, you need a lot of things go your way. That's just a fact. And they took 6 penalties. That's too many against a really good power play. The reason why they took penalties, well, again, the team speed from Colorado. But again, for it to happen against, like you said, generational team,
yeah.
Again, there's so many things that needs to go your way, and it just didn't tonight.
Yeah, I think that when Colorado does go ahead in this game, it was 30 seconds. And again, you're kind of getting back to their best against our best. Nathan McKinnon against Shesterkin. And it's a play that gets to the net, hits the post, but Igor's out too far. He's chasing the play there. Stay between your posts. You hear this a lot from goalie coaches. Staying between your posts means receiving the puck so you can stop it clean or be first to find it if there's a rebound or a broken play. And now he's way out in no man's land, has no shot to get across. Again, I think it was an opportunity just because of this game, the magnitude of this game. Igor needed to have an impact game, and he wasn't able to find it, and that's why you lose this one. You needed a save there. You needed a save.
Yeah, and we talked about this going into the game. He's been playing well, made so many big saves at key moments in so many games, but it's just small details within his game that he can just adjust it a little bit, and he will get over the hump and start winning a lot more and making those big saves at the right time. But there's so much to like there, I think, in his game. But I agree with you on that play. He got away from him a little bit. And sometimes when it is crunch time as a goalie, you want it so badly, so you start competing maybe a little too much instead of just dial it in and sit back a little bit.
2 empty net goals made the difference, 6-3 the final. Let's begin the reaction inside the Rangers dressing room with Mika Zibanejad after the loss.
Playing a pretty dangerous team. Just how did you feel you guys played in general through the full 60?
I thought, especially the second period, I felt like they were, we kind of got stuck in between line changes, and they just kept coming at us. Obviously, Shesta gave us a chance to stay in the game, and so, I mean, he did that in the third as well, but overall, not up to the level I know we're capable of, that we know we're capable to play, but give them credit, but I think we could have been better today.
Does the long change in the second period, you mentioned that you felt some of the changes weren't there, does that make it tougher to contain their speed?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't very clean out of our own zone when we had the chance to be. Getting open for our D and just executing plays from all the way back there to the forwards. I think we kind of do ourselves a disservice by not getting pucks behind so we can change properly. And then obviously they're a fast team, and they're going to take advantage of it. So and that's what they did.
How do you evaluate the special teams battle tonight? Obviously, you score on both power plays, but you were shorthanded quite a lot as well.
Yeah, obviously we want it to be the opposite. I don't know. I feel like we could have maybe had 1 or 2 more power plays, but just got to do a better job staying out of the box, obviously. But power play came through in a way, so that's a positive that we can take with us and keep building on.
Did you see any noticeable change with the new winger that you had today? Changing up Laughlin?
Yeah, I think, I mean, we I felt like we were kind of like playing a little bit like neutral zone hockey, honestly. I didn't feel like we got a whole lot of D-zone time, but not a whole lot of O-zone time either. But I thought there were some good moments. I think there's definitely something to build there, and yeah, I guess we'll watch our shift a little bit more tomorrow, and then we'll evaluate from there.
Thanks.
So you heard Mika Zibanejad refer to the 6 Rangers penalties that they took. So that's more than 11 minutes of time not at 5-on-5. But, again, this is the 3rd straight game now with less than 20 shots on goal. 18 tonight, 19 on Tuesday against Vegas, 19 on Sunday against Detroit. What is the common theme? What are we seeing? Why is it so difficult to get pucks on goal?
Well, I think a little bit is a mindset, too. There's a lot of times they enter the zone and they're looking for a play instead of just throw it to the net. Because a lot of times when you start throwing pucks to the net, it's a lot harder for the defenseman to pick up their guy. They have to spin around and figure out where to go. And you also don't know where the goalie's going to put that rebound, right? So I think a mindset going into next game, let's just start throwing pucks, and that will lead to more offense, more time in the offensive zone instead of entering or crossing the blue line and waiting for an opportunity to pass the puck, because it also slows down the game a little bit.
And I also think it's one of those where a characteristic of a really good team is recovering the puck in the offensive zone after the puck gets to the net, and that hasn't been a strong suit of the Rangers for a while. So when they're shooting it, they have to get ahead of that play and be in position to go and recover it. If you're shooting it off the goalie's blocker, get to the left corner, be first, and then make the next play. So it does take 2. Sometimes it takes 3 plus a pinching defenseman just to retain the puck. But I'll tell you one thing, the best team last year in the NHL at recovering the puck in the offensive zone was the Florida Panthers. It is a characteristic of a winning team.
And along the lines of that mentality, 79-42 was the shot attempts tonight in favor of Colorado.